In this video, I'm going to show you the pros and cons of buying a house or renting so that you can make the best decision for yourself and your family. So, hey there, my name is Mr. Marcelle, aka the real Mr. Marcelle. And in this video, I'm going to talk about one of the biggest decisions that people make in their lives, whether or not to buy a house. This is literally the biggest purchase many people make in their lives, like their entire lives. This is it. So yes, this is a big deal. It's a big decision, and there are pros and cons to both renting and buying. I want to break it all down for you and help you make the best decision for yourself and your family. This is generational wealth we're talking about. Well, possibly. Now, you're probably debating if you should rent an apartment or buy a house, or maybe you're already renting, but you're not sure if you should make the jump to being a homeowner just yet. Hopefully this video will help. Well, there are plenty of reasons to buy a house instead of renting. For starters, you'll have a place to call your own instead of being at the mercy of a landlord. You'll also build what's called equity in your home that you can tap into later on down the road. But perhaps the most compelling reason to buy a home is that it's cheaper than renting in the long run. And sometimes it can be as well monthly. Because if you live in New York, you know that monthly rents are expensive. I'm talking about $4,000, $5,000 a month just to live in the city. So sure, the upfront costs of buying a home are higher than renting an apartment, down payments and closing costs. But over the time, you will save on things like the rent increases and maintenance fees. So for example, let's say this. Let's say you're currently paying $1,000 per month in rent, and if your rent just goes up by only 3% a year, just 3%, in 10 years, you'll be paying $1,341 per month. That's an extra $341 per month. But if you own your home, your mortgage payment will stay the same. It's called the fixed rate. The principal and interest part of it, at least. Now, your taxes can change, and also so can your insurance, but that's something you can shop around for a hire broker who will actually help you lower it. But that's a whole other argument. We'll talk about that later. The bottom line is that buying a home is cheaper than renting in the long term. And you're also building what's called a nest egg with the equity. With each payment you make, your equity especially, you can save it, especially if you're planning on staying in your home for several years. So if you're tired of throwing money away on rent, it might as well, or it might be time for you to start thinking about buying a place you can call your own. On the other hand, if you're not a handy person, renting might be the way to go for you, as none of the responsibilities of maintenance and property upkeeping actually falls on you. Unlike with the home, everything's on you. With the renting, you can call the landlord. Even if you don't break it, you still have to fix it because it's your home. It's just a huge responsibility that it might not be for you if you're not ready. So quick story time. When we bought our house, I think it was the first winter, our boiler went crazy, pipes busted, and guess who had to fix it? We did, because we own the house. And this is something that happens when you own a house. You have to fix everything. It's no calling the landlord. It's no calling your loan officer or the insurance broker. You can't call anyone because it's just you. You have no choice. So what you're going to do is you're going to have to understand that buying a home means you're taking all the responsibilities. When you're renting a home, you don't have to worry about it. You can always call someone else. So just make sure you do your homework and figure out, am I ready to make that step and take the ownership and get the equity, or are you just fine with renting and giving that money to someone else? Because at the end of the day, you can't tap into that home for a loan if you're renting. But if you made it all the way, I'm going to give you something special and let you know about my new program. It's called the Home Buyer U, meaning I'm going to help you buy a house if you want. Now, even if you don't want and you just want information on understanding the process, it's the perfect online university for you because I make the program simple, easy, and fun. And it's not just me. I brought my friends along who are going to talk to you in different videos, and we're going to explain insurance. We're going to explain FHA, VA, conventional loans. And we're also doing what's called a weekly Zoom, and you have access to that. We also have a personal Facebook group. There's a lot of setup for it, but if you really want to know more, just make sure you hit the link in my bio, and you can schedule a one-on-one call with me there too. And you can even just ask me a question. I answer it all there for you with the videos and everything. So lastly, if you're a loan officer, I I created a program called the 100K Loan Officer Club, where I teach you how to be a $100,000 loan officer. Yes, you will generate that much in income because I'm sharing with you secrets that I don't share here on YouTube. So thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Please continue to watch. And this is the real Mr. Marcelle. Hustle family, over and out.